Known for its incredible culture, delicious food, and friendly locals, there are many reasons to visit Thailand. This is Katie from Creative Travel Guide, and today we share the things to know before you go to Thailand. Looking for more travel tips? Make sure to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. So let's begin with the best time to visit. The ideal time to visit most places in Thailand is during the peak season from November to February. This is when the weather is at its coolest and you can experience very little rain. You can enjoy outdoor activities, island hopping, and explore the cities without the extreme heat or rain of the other seasons. And you can also time your trip to experience Loi Krathong in November or the Chinese New Year celebrations, which lands around January and February time. However, you can expect higher prices and larger crowds during this time. March to May is incredibly hot, with temperatures often exceeding 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius, especially in central or northern Thailand. You can, however, experience Songkran, the Thai New Year celebration, in mid-April. The low season from June to October is rainy season in Thailand. This is when you can expect heavy rains, especially in the north. However, you will experience greater discounts on accommodation and activities, and when visiting Bangkok, you can still explore the indoor attractions during the rainy season. So now let's look at getting there. Most visitors will fly into the major international airports, with two of them located in Bangkok, one in Phuket and one in Chiang Mai. Between these four airports, you can connect to most major cities in the USA, Canada, Europe and Asia. If you are traveling by land in the region, you can take a bus or train from Cambodia, or take a bus or hire a car to cross the border from Laos along the friendship bridges. From Malaysia, you can take a train or bus, which operate regularly, especially from Kuala Lumpur to the cities in southern Thailand. It is also possible to travel via sea from places like Malaysia and Singapore, but just make sure to check these ferry routes in advance. So now let's look at how to get around. If you are traveling from one side of Thailand to another, for example, you've spent a few days in Bangkok and now you want to explore Chiang Mai or relax on a beach in Phuket, then the easiest option is to get a domestic flight. Airlines like Thai Airways, Bangkok Airways, AirAsia and Vietjet offer incredibly great deals on domestic flights, with some airlines like AirAsia offering flights for as little as $30. You can also catch a train in Thailand. This is a more scenic route and overnight journeys are available, but just expect these to be much slower than the flights. Buses are widely available, covering nearly every city and town, with some VIP or first class buses ideal for longer distances. Minivans or minibuses are also great options to use, especially if you are only travelling 2 to 3 hours. There are common routes that run from Bangkok to various cities and destinations nearby. Taxis are widely available, especially when you're in the bigger cities, and we recommend you download the Grab app or Bolt, which are both ride-hailing options in some cities. When you are in Bangkok, you can also use the BTS and MRT. These are train lines that run around the city, connecting you to most areas. You can also take motorbike taxis, but make sure to wear a helmet. And if you are looking to rent a car, make sure to have an international driving permit when you are getting around. Thailand can be an affordable destination to visit, but knowing the prices beforehand is ideal. Hostel dorm beds will vary depending on where you are staying, but they tend to begin around $4 to $5 per night, up to around $15 a night, whilst private rooms in a hostel will begin at around $10. Budget hotel rooms cost between $15 to $50 depending on where and when you are visiting, and mid-range rooms begin at around $50 as well. Luxury hotel rooms can cost around $100 in Bangkok, all the way up to $500 on some of the quieter islands. Street food is delicious and we highly recommend trying it as much as possible. You can get popular dishes like pad thai between $1 to $2 or try some meat skewers for around $1. There are plenty of chicken and rice dishes for under $3 as well. Meals in a local restaurant will cost you between $2 to $4, whilst mid-range restaurants will cost you between $5 to $10, especially if you are choosing some more Western dishes. It is definitely possible to visit Thailand on a budget, and there are plenty of ways that you can save some money. First of all, visit during the low season from June to October. This is when you could expect much cheaper accommodation and flights. Try to stick to street food as much as possible and eat in those local restaurants if you can. If you're not brave enough for the street food, you can also try plenty of local foods from 7-Eleven. This might sound like a strange tip, but the food in 7-Eleven is great. They will heat it up for you and you can get a whole meal for under $2 as well. There are Western chains available in Thailand, and although it can work out cheaper than in the West, we don't recommend using these because they are much more expensive than the local eateries in the country. Stick to public transportation, and when you can, use that Grab app to get taxis instead of flagging a taxi. This might sound like an unusual tip, and taxis can be cheaper if you can make sure they use the meter, but for foreigners that is not always the case, so we recommend using the Grab app so you know how much your trip is going to cost before you even book it. Thailand is home to plenty of free or low-cost attractions. Most temples cost under $3 to visit and in many cases are free, whilst the national parks cost you between $3 to $6 for entrance. Also, the beaches are always free to access, so make sure to enjoy those whilst you are here. If there are any day trips, make sure to book those in advance online before you go. We will leave some of our favourite day trips from Bangkok in the description below. And also, if you are staying in a hostel, you can take advantage of the group tours available whilst you are here. So now let's look at some of the best things to do in Thailand. Most visitors will start in Bangkok, where you can explore the old town, home to the Grand Palace, and some incredible temples like Wat Arun and Wat Po. Visit the Chatuchak Market, one of the largest markets in the world, where you can find thousands of stalls selling everything from clothing to street food. Khao San Road is a bustling backpack area with lively nightlife, street food and cheap shopping, but we also recommend checking out the bars and restaurants along Sukhumvit, especially in some of the areas like Tonglo or Ekamai. These can be great alternatives for you to explore a more local life in Thailand. Chiang Mai in the north is a beautiful place to visit, full of temples. Visit the Sunday walking street market and then trek in the mountains to visit the hill tribe villages. You could also head over to Chiang Rai, where you can see the incredible White Temple, or head over to Pai for some truly beautiful landscapes. Next, we recommend heading down south to enjoy some island hopping in southern Thailand. We love Koh Samui because it offers a mixture of luxury and nature with beautiful beaches, waterfalls and vibrant nightlife options. Koh Tao is one of the best places in Thailand for diving, and Koh Lipe offers pristine beaches and crystal clear waters, ideal for a relaxed island getaway. We actually have a blog post about the most beautiful places to visit in Thailand over on our website, That Bangkok Life. We will leave the link to that in the description below. But there are plenty of tips and travel advice about Bangkok and Thailand over on that website. Everything we have learnt after living there for 4 years. Also, make sure to visit Ayutthaya. This is a historical park and a UNESCO World Heritage Site filled with ancient temples, palaces and ruins. Head to Khao Sok National Park, one of Thailand's most beautiful national parks, featuring limestone cliffs, rainforest trekking and lake trips. Take a Thai cooking class to enjoy some of the local food like pad thai, som tom and green curry, but make sure to enjoy a traditional Thai massage whilst you are here. Visit the floating markets, head to the bridge on the River Kwai in Kanchanaburi, and then experience Thai nightlife. Whether it is from Bangkok's rooftop bars like Sky Bar or Vertigo to the full moon party in Koh Phangan, there are plenty of options no matter where you are choosing to visit. And lastly, you should also visit Sukhothai Historical Park. This is another UNESCO World Heritage Site. Sukhothai was the first capital of Thailand and is home to ancient temples and ruins. Watch this video to find out the things to know before you go to Bangkok. Then to find out about the best things to do in Bangkok, watch this video. We hope you have an incredible time in the country and stay creative.